Collective, you are by far the toughest spiritual heavyweight that they have ever encountered. Okay, now what I was getting with this was a few things. First thing I was getting was that you made someone realize just how small or how minor or minuscule they really are when these things have taken out giants, right? So they've taken out giants and all that kind of stuff, but for you, for whatever reason, this looks really small. For example, I was getting for someone else, what they do, it's a mountain. It's a huge problem that they have to get over. You make the mountain size catastrophes look like pebbles under your feet. You could kick them out the way. You could skip over them. I mean, they don't affect you. Okay. I was also getting the more someone tries to do something, the more frustrated they get. And I was shown how that leads to obsession, okay? Because it's like, I gotta get you. And then it's like, I can't get you. Now I keep thinking about it. And then I think, oh, I could try something new. And then it's like, I'll try that. And that didn't work. And then I get mad. And then it's a cycle. It keeps going. Next thing you know, it's been a whole year. You've been stalking somebody and harassing somebody and they didn't even know. It's like they fell into it. They fell into a crime. I don't know. They fell into a felony because they became obsessed with getting you, right? But you were a heavyweight. And that's what caused the obsession. It's like, if I can get you down, if I could take you, if I could, for some of y'all, I was getting, if I can get you pregnant, or if I can get you off the market, or if I could, take yo this or take yo that, I'm the best. Okay. Someone compares themselves to you and say, if I can get you, I'm top of the line. I was getting frequency is unreadable or is in unreadable territory. Your frequency. Okay. So let's say it's big. It's a big thing going on and they looking at you. Your frequency does not even register on the operating system. Okay. You're kind of like out of this world or out of the range of frequency, right? For example, like we only have a certain spectrum of colors, right? And if you are human, right, you can just see these whatever colors. But for you, spiritually speaking, you can see way more colors, things that people don't even know exist. You can see those things. Okay. Also, why is this important? Boom. This the whole why are we even here today? You have spiritual advantages that now is the time to use. No more people pleasing, no more backbending, no more letting it slide. I was getting like, if Archangel Michael was standing there with his sword and your enemies kept coming for you, would you be okay if he kept letting them slide? No, you'd be like, man, you better use that sword. Okay, so some of you guys have spiritual advantages. You are a spiritual heavyweight. You've been given clearance and authority. Throw your weight. It's time for you to throw your weight. Throw your weight and know your rank. Okay, we talk about spiritual rank all the time, but I kept getting heavyweight this time. Okay, so let's jump into it. We're gonna start with our oracle card. What do we got up first? Ooh, new vitality. You have new gifts or advantages, and it's time for you to use them. This is your time to slay giants. I was reading about trampling over serpents' heads and things like that. So for some of y'all, you've already done that, and now you're coming to this time where it's a brand new time for you to use the advantages. You can climb the new levels. You can bring systems down. I was also getting, we collectively are bringing heaven on down. And as we are bringing heaven on down, the world is shaking because the corrupt things got to go. Heaven not finna have a bunch of corruption and messed up stuff. So you have this new advantage or vitality or these gifts, skills, and talents that you're supposed to use so that you can help bring heaven on down. Every time you do something truly authentic and every time you use a gift that God gave you, some of y'all got multiple, you will most definitely help bring heaven down. Also, what I was saying about the colors, this is just confirmation about those spectrum of colors. We only can see so many with the human eye, but your advantage in the spirit realm is that you get a new range of colors that everybody can't see. And it may manifest in your physical reality as a different way. Okay. Again, those colors you can see. You can see colors that people cannot. Let's see what we got. We're going to go to the tarot. We're going to talk about the current vibe. Somebody came up against a spiritual heavyweight and they had no idea. And they also, again, they didn't know they was going to fall into obsession. These two cards come out. I didn't see them yet. Current vibe and energy. Oh, 6 of coins and Queen of Wands. Not only are you using your gifts, skills, talents, the things that God gave you, but you are being generous. God gave it to you so you can give it to somebody else, right? That's the whole point. So you looking good, Queen of Wands. Fine. Some of y'all look the best you've ever looked. Some of y'all in the best shape you've ever been in, or you're working towards that. By the time summer hits, you're going to be too fine. Okay. For some of you guys, you're changing it up with your look or with your style, or you're really investing in yourself, right? Seductive, fierce, confident. This is also what you look like when somebody is coming up against a heavyweight. You're a queen. You're a king. You're of that status. For some of you guys, people in regular life may look at you like, small fries, small potatoes. But in the spirit realm, they run up against that heavyweight, and it's like, oh, excuse me. Also, with that seductive that I'm getting, this is another thing that makes people fall into that obsession. Male or female, take out a class. You got this seductive energy that makes people want to come forward, whether come forward to date you, to love you, or to get closer, to hate you harder, to sabotage. Okay. Also, again, you are being shown the new colors, bringing heaven down. God is going to touch your life first, give you heaven like experiences first, miracles first. Why? So you can be generous, so you can be supportive and give to charity. Okay. So you see how she out there still looking good, still out there though, giving. It's coming to you to get through you so that you can bless the people. We collectively are bringing heaven down so that even the poor can feel God. Or even the poor, not to say the poor don't feel God, but even the poor can experience that feeling, okay? Where they don't even have to be poor. They can experience it in heaven. Everybody gonna have a house, right? Ooh, what's going on behind the scenes that you cannot see? This jumps up and jumps over. That means it's coming to you. We got this before, I think. Maybe even in the exact same position. That new opportunity. This one right here is an ace. Same thing. You got maybe a big fat check coming now or next year. Okay. And again, this is coming to you for a reason. All right. New money, bling, cash. Also, you're not just a spiritual heavyweight. Some of y'all have been chosen, selected, and called to be a heavyweight in the business realm, a heavyweight when it comes to maybe nonprofit organizations or working with children or the community, to be the heads of these organizations that are, again, bringing heaven down, making everybody get a taste of what it feels like to have something special, right? And then you're being used as that. So get ready, get your hand ready. You finna dig in the pot. If you knew that the pot was getting ready to open up and you had a chance to reach your hand in and get something, what would you take? You know, you got to practice. Start stretching your hand right now. Get your hand exercises on because you're about to put your hand in the pot. Okay. Again, new money, bling, and cash. What you don't see is that I'm also getting this. Wow. People watched you slay a giant. Ooh. Somebody watched you slay a giant. Maybe it was someone of elite status. Now, take it how it applies. Somebody maybe saw you stand up for yourself or see that you wouldn't just lay down and die. You proved your point. You said something and it was actually true, right? And somebody saw that. Maybe this is someone else who saw that. Now they want to support you. Now I'm seeing like a shifting of favor, right? They came up against a spiritual heavyweight and they got their butt whooped in front of everybody. And now the people who were once in favor of them, it's like I'm seeing a switch sides, but it's not switch sides because they double-minded. It's switch sides because now we see the truth, right? And so now, boom, all kind of opportunities are happening. And this can be, work type thing, relationship type thing. For some of y'all, you left something they said you would never leave. You left it. For some people, they said, we're going to run them up out of there. You stood your ground. For some people, they said, man, I'm going to make them quit. Man, I'm going to make them give up on themselves. Man, I'm going to snatch their confidence. Watch me take their peace. And everybody see them over there biting their nails in the middle of the night. You know what I mean? So let's see what else we got. What's good? What's high vibrational? Maybe they don't see them biting their nails in the middle of the night. Maybe they just see them at work sweating. Or maybe they see that person over there, they was crying in the car. You know what I mean? Let's see what we got. That's high vibrational. What's good? What's positive? 3 of Cups. And now here come the invitations. See, now that we know who is who, oh, you the spiritual heavyweight. Well, we some heavyweights too. Why don't you come over here with us? You know what I mean? Or why don't you, come to this event? So anyway, say party, squad, and fun. What's good? You about to have the time of your life. All the things, because I was getting in the last reading something about your name was crossed off. It could have been for an invitation. It could have been for I'm even getting an application like to apply to something, and they want to pick you, but you have to put in an application. So somebody was supposed to get the application to you, email you, tell you, get it to you. They didn't, right? But now it's gonna get to you. Oh, it's gonna get to you somehow. And again, new vitality. So you might be doing something. Some of y'all got gift, skills, and talents you haven't jumped. I'm saying a pool, you haven't jumped in it. It's totally fine for you to jump in it. Some of y'all keep wanting to dip your toe in and then run back and dip your toe and run back, whatever that is. Okay, you've been told in this season, you got the spiritual advantage, you got a floaty, you got a boat, you got something. You can be out in the water. Okay, let's see what we get on the low vibrational side. What's something that you should watch out for, or something the person who thought they was coming up against something light, they thought they was coming up against a lightweight. Ooh, this jumps up and jumps over. Y'all ready? The 3 of Swords. Okay, so somebody is maybe hurt or embarrassed, or also this is what I'm getting when I get this card. It just all come flushing in. Somebody maybe even romantically said something too soon, and they wish they would have been quiet about that, because remember I was saying something is shifting or turning. Something changed. Something shifted, or it had the ability to. Okay, so let's say you were one way when they knew you. They felt like they gave up on you. Remember I was saying they want you to give up on yourself. Somebody gave up on something, and it shifted, and it was the one thing that they was like, okay, I'm not dealing with this, or I'm gonna make a mockery of you, or I'm gonna choose. Okay, take it how it applies. But it was that one thing that changed, that they said, oh, I didn't even know that could be fixed or changed, or I wish I wouldn't have gave up on the collective so soon, because if I would have really thought about it, that's something that could have been fixed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Take that how it applies. That's like a sidebar. But anyway, say heartbreak, betrayal, and sorrow. This is also what someone else could have wanted for you. Okay, when it comes to that, remember I was saying it leads to obsession. It's like, okay, I'm used to having people bend at my will. I'm used to having people do what I want. I'm the master manipulator. I play the greatest mind games, right? And then it doesn't work out with you, okay? Or it doesn't in the long run benefit the person the way that they thought. Again, I'm saying like, okay, you see who this person is now? Something about it changed, it shifted. And I'm also getting this too. Now that this person is out of the way, they could be sad, they could be crying over you got blue. They went to Staples and blew your picture up and made it big, and it's all over the wall, and then they're crying a big old tears. But they're out of the way. And that was the point. That's what needed to happen in order for what? This to come in. Brand new beginning, vitality. Now, this can also be someone else. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could have been a friendship. It could have been somebody who was trying to work against you, spiritual practitioners, some witches. Take it how it applies. And in this position, it's even worse. It ain't just the heartbreak and the sorrow and all of that. It's even worse. Now somebody's stuck in depression. It went from obsession to depression. That's what happens. They done made themselves depressed. They done drove themselves crazy. Whole time you reaching in a pot trying to get some money. That's another thing too. Like what I was giving you an example about something changed. It's like, oh, you broke. You gonna always be broke. It's like, no, what if God blessed them with a huge opportunity and it changes their life completely? It's like, oh, I didn't think about that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, even with this, I'm gonna perform some witchcraft and do some black magic. But what if they're spiritual heavyweight and God just give them new chances and opportunities, gift, skills, and talents that'll whoop your butt? Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you see, critical thinking. Critical thinking. But anyway, someone is hurt, man. I want to clarify. Hold on, let's talk about it. So somebody broke their own hurt trying to break yours, or they came up against spiritual heavyweight and now they sad about it. Let's see. Wait a minute. Didn't I say that? A few minutes ago, I said somebody crying. They see him biting their nails in the bed. Okay, well, he crying in the bed. They crying in the car. And I say all that. There you go. Okay, let's talk about it some more. So the Three of Swords. Dang, that hurt. Knight of Swords. And it's like a brutal, it's like a cutoff they didn't expect. This is a rude awakening. That, okay, this card says intense, spontaneous, ambitious. Oh, you got that ambition and you spontaneously cut somebody off. Okay, it also says intense. So this is it was an intense situation, or someone feels it intensely. It's not just something they can brush off. You came up against a spiritual heavyweight. Whole time you was a knight or less than. Okay. And also, what I'm getting is somebody made a rash decision. They made a abrupt decision. Again, if I need to get you, I got to get you. Fine. I'm going to pull my tricks out of the bag and I'm going to just get you. I ain't really going to think about the consequences and later on and think about if God going to save you or not. I'm going to just try to get you. Well, that backfires. Okay. You came up against a spiritual heavyweight. And again, so the drawback, the pushback is intensity. Somebody is feeling very intense about how they did you or how they played in this situation. All right, let's talk about the next 7 to 14 days. Okay, you're a spiritual heavyweight trying to take every advantage of it. Even what I was getting, man, even if it puts you a million miles ahead of a lot of people, take your place. Do you hear me? If God said, I'm putting you at the head of the line, don't let people at the back of the line take your spot. Don't let them come running up talking about, wait a minute, after me. I don't mind you moving up. Just do it after me. No, God said you're next. Hold your arm. You ever seen somebody try to get in front of you in line in the store? You can't budge. Remember we was kids. You can't budge. You can't skip me. Right? You better tell them you can't skip me, baby. God said I'm next. So get what's yours. Imagine you standing at the bank and the pile just opened up, pile of money. And God said, all right, collective, you next. Go dip your hand in. And here comes somebody else talking about, no, collective, it's my turn. I'm going, watch y'all. I'm going to take the collective turn. No, you not. This is for you. Don't let nobody make you feel bad. Don't let nobody make you feel guilty. Because what God got coming for you is going to make people mad, jealous, want to hurt you, want to take your spot. But it's yours and you better hold on to it. Kind of like if your mama bought you a real big shiny bike and you went outside and all the kids, oh, let me ride it. Oh, let me play with it. And then you go home and your mom be like, where's that bike? You didn't pay for that bike. Your mama did. Your daddy did. So what's coming in for you? Big, sparkly, shining dream come true, new vitality, whatever God given you, you didn't pay for it. So you don't have the right to give it away. You got the authority to use it to the max, but you do not have the authority to give it away. Your joy, your peace, your money, your opportunities, gift, skill, talent, whatever it is. Woo, all right, that's my speech. Okay, let's go to the next 7 to 14 days as it pertains to this vibe. What do we have? Ooh. The head of the class, not just the head of the class, the teacher, the leader, the guide. I said, we're bringing heaven on down to earth. God is putting you in the position. Come on now. God said, I need you to go up there and teach the class. And here comes somebody that's supposed to be a student. Somebody, nah, I teach you. Let me teach you. How you going to teach you? You don't know. You're not the spiritual heavyweight like the Hierophant. What? New vitality. Why? Because this is your position. Remember, I just said you next. Don't let nobody come take your spot. This your spot. Okay? But I've been doing this 15, 20, 30 years. How you just pop in and just start doing it and take over the way I did? You see what I'm saying? But some of y'all, you introducing new things to the earth that ain't never been here before, but everybody gonna have to get in line behind you. Okay. Teacher, expert, guide. Okay. New vitality. You see the colors before everyone else does. How they gonna come teach the colors that they can't even see? God gave it to you. It is yours. Hierophant, can you sit down? Because you make us feel uncomfortable because you the teacher and you the leader and you're the guide. And I remember when you was at the party and you was dancing and stuff. You need to step down. No. Some of y'all about to be put in positions that will surpass people who've been in line for a long time. Maybe you're going to be the one skipping the line. Okay. But what I'm getting is, for some of y'all, you should have never been in line in the first place. What God got coming for you ain't no line. It's just that people see what God is doing in your life and like, let me try to get ahead of them and do it first. No, it's not going to work out. Bottom of the deck. Ooh, page of coins. Okay, I'm getting two things. I said two things. Put up one finger. Two things. The first thing, remember I said, get in your position, because the people who's supposed to be the students, there they go. These your people. You the teacher. You the leader. You the guide. This is why God put it in your hands. And for, most people with this Hierophant, it represents like that spiritual thing. Again, we bring heaven down on earth. So in order to first do that, it starts in our mindsets. So now God is trusting you with the mindset of the new groups, the new waves, whether they be youth or, people who are older, but they're still learning the information. You're being in charge of shaping the mental so that they can, again, do those things to manifest bringing down heaven on earth. But there you go. This is your position. Oh, we want you to sit in the crowd with us because we're all pages. No, baby, I'm the teacher. You either listen up or get left behind. Okay. Also, I want to show you spiritual heavyweight. No offense to this page. Pretend like this page ain't your group. It's not your next generation. It's not your kids, right? Imagine this is the person who came up against you. They could be 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. And they spiritually don't understand they are a page coming up against a heavyweight. God needs you to see the difference. This is what you look like to God. Again, I hope you understand what I'm saying. They just found out. They thought this was them. Remember I started off saying you made somebody realize how small their stuff was? You the page, baby. You're not the teacher. We was letting you clown to evaluate, kind of like when the students first come and you just give them a test just to see where they're at so you know how you're going to teach them. That's why we let them clown. That's why God allowed people to clown in your life so you can kind of get a feel for where their spiritual maturity is and you know how to teach accordingly. And when people start clowning, let them clown because they have no idea. Anyway, what are you producing moving forward, though, with your knowledge, with the new vitality God gave you? Remember, I said you're going to be the one, he's going to get it to you to go through you. That's not just money. That's higher knowledge, greater information that when you open your mouth and teach, according to the way God is telling you to teach, it is going to shape the minds of the people coming in for this next wave. And that mindset, the language people will speak, the frequencies they'll be able to tap into is what's going to bring down heaven on earth. We're bringing it down and you're helping to shape that. In the meantime, all the people who thought they was doing something gonna have to move to the side. Okay, move to the side, baby, or pull up a chair and sit in the class and close your mouth. In the meantime, the collective is speaking. All right, it's your turn. Take your spot. That's what I get for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section. Let me know how this video resonates with you. And I'll see y'all in the next one.